Whoever wins tonight, one thing does look certain. The presidential race is likely to be much closer than last time, and the House and Senate could theoretically be even more tightly configured than they already are. Will Washington battles be even more bitter as a result? And what would it mean for solving the immediate problem facing the economy, the fiscal cliff? My Heard on the Street colleague Justin Lahart has some smart thoughts on the topic. Justin, thanks very much for stopping in.
Thanks.
So, remind us again, fiscal cliff. What are the specifics? It's really some of the taxes that would be that would go into effect instantly.
Yeah. So instantly, we have a bunch of tax increases, and we also have a bunch of spending cuts, which are all slated to occur on December 31st if nothing is done about it.
And this definitely puts the economy into a recession if it happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's the CBO thinks that you get 2.9% contraction in GDP in the first half of the year. So, you know, total recession, total mess.
Okay. Now, with an Obama victory, what happens?
Well, I mean, I think the first thing to say is, you know, there's going to be no interest in having a fiscal cliff happen, and everybody thinks that something's going to be forged before the due date. So let's say that Obama does win the presidency. In that case, you're going to have a lot of sort of fighting going on. It's going to be contentious. The Senate, if it's Democratic, maybe a seat or two less. Also, the Republicans in the House, a few fewer seats. So, very contentious fight. And right now, markets are pretty blasé about that. But I think it could get pretty tough, and we could see, you know, before we have this sort of, you know, stopgap measure that's put in place, we could have some real pain in the markets.
And it'd be also particularly ugly if, say, Mitt Romney gets elected.
Yeah, I think if Mitt Romney gets elected, the immediate effect of the fiscal cliff is sort of put off the table for a bit because people, you know, the Congress will.
A lame duck Obama would give him some time.
Yeah, he needs to prepare his new budget, so they'll give him the time to do that. But then when it comes to budgeteering, again, if you have a Democratic Senate, things get really dicey because, as Paul was mentioning, the Democrats are not going to want to get rid of Dodd-Frank, and they're certainly not going to want to get rid of the healthcare plan, and that's just not going to, you know, and that's not something that's going to fly with Republicans. So you have a very messy budget fight, and it could be something like the 2011 experience, but, you know, even worse.